I have a question, Jim.
Go ahead.
Hey, Tom Nardone here. And I shared this with Amy and Brian a couple of weeks ago, and when they were in town. I had a guest on one of my Airbnbs that Vacasa manages, a national rental company. One of my guests that was booked for like after Christmas lied and said that I called them and encouraged them to cancel their stay. And I canceled on them, and they suspended me from Airbnb for 5 days.
Oh my
And it
God.
was just absolutely a lie. So, what do you do in a case like that? Do you have any recourse against Airbnb? It's like, you're in most cases you're innocent until proven guilty. They never called me, asked me for my opinion, or got you're just boom, you're suspended. I'm like, why? And they said, because you encouraged a guest to cancel. I said, absolutely a lie. Why would I do that? My objective is to keep the property full. So
Yeah, I would
I
highly.
think in the last year, Airbnb support has gone 100% toward the guest and against the owners. It is horrible. If you want anything, a payout for anything, you might as well just save your time. They are just worthless these days.
yeah.
I will. So we had that experience about 2 or 3 years ago. And I think it was actually Alicia who kind of helped me through that. Well, there's two parts of this. First of all, if it's in your rules, like Airbnb has to go by what your rules say. So if they agree to the rules, Airbnb will fight for you. The problem is most of us don't have enough rules in our rules. So we literally added like 100 rules to our rules. And then we got that right from Alicia on the rule side. Now, from what you're talking about though, Tom, I highly encourage you guys for VRBO and Airbnb to make sure you're taking advantage of their extra agents. If you have like more than, I think it's 3 or 4 or 5 properties, you can get your own, like, I don't know what they call them, concierge agent or whatever, that you can go and talk to that person. And then that person is kind of like your extra person to kind of help. So the relationship with the individual person will really help for VRBO and for Airbnb. Those are the only platforms I know that have that extra touch of that person that you can have like your own. I don't even know what they call them, but it's for people that have more properties. So if you have, I don't know how many it is, if it's 3 or 5, it's not a ton. It's not like 10 or 20, but if you've got more properties, you need to have that person that you can go and talk to. It's still a pain. I'm not going to say it's not a pain, but in your case, Tom, that would be the exact, way that and you actually need to call Airbnb and actually protest it yourself. Like you cannot just you cannot just roll over, because if you roll over, then you are presumed guilty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Interesting. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Tom.